What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslow channel. I am Mr. Winslow, your host, and today is going to be the fourth and final installment of The Black Atheist. The Black Atheist Part 4, Why Believe. The reason why I chose this title is because for 34 years, I struggled with my belief as a Christian. I am a newly awakened atheist at 41, and I feel fabulous. However, I still ask myself the question, why do believers believe? Well, I do believe that the reason they believe, and this is just my particular take on the situation, you may have a different take yourself, but I do believe the reason why they still believe is because they are only experiencing a half-truth. Most believers, those who practice Judaism, those who practice Christianity, those who practice Islam, and all of the other religions around the world are only getting half of the story. A half-truth is going to turn into a 100% lie when added to people. So we need to stay away from that. What is going to stem the tide, Mr. Winslow? Well, I'll tell you what will stem the tide. We need to see one half of the truth, and we need to see the other half of the truth. You can only make intelligent and informed decisions when you see the whole story. You don't want to get the half story with anything. No, you are not going to do that. You're going to make sure that you have the whole and complete truth. You are going to make sure that you have as much information as possible before you make a very critical decision in your life. Whether that critical decision be marriage, whether that critical decision be buying a house, whatever the case may be, when you're about to make a critical, i.e. major decision in your life, big steps ahead, you're going to make sure that you are armed with the knowledge of that thing. You're going to find out everything you can about that particular thing that you're about to dive into or endeavor in. Why should your religious faith be any different? YouTube community, particularly the African American YouTube community. What do you think our ancestors would say if they could come out of their graves somehow and see us now? Do you think they would be happy, or do you think they would be sad? The reason I ask that question is because they had no choice in their belief system when those slave ships arrived in Africa. They couldn't say, well, I'm practicing this religion. I'm practicing this type of faith system. No, the slave master did not want to hear that. The slave master subjected our ancestors. The slave master put our ancestors through horrendous treatment. The castrations, the lynchings, the burnings, the deaths were so prolific that even the most insane person in the world who enjoys violence would hide in shame. This is something that is a fact. If you want to review history, that is going to give you a very accurate representation of the past, which will connect with the present, which will also connect into the future. If we look at the history of religion, we see that Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, the three most prolific players in the trans-Saharan and transatlantic slave trade, were very deeply sordid indeed. They had those dark sides that they don't want to tell the masses about. However, I am informing you, YouTube community. I am informing you, world community, that religion needs to be put in the trash. Religion teaches you to be divisive. Religion teaches you to kill people who are not like you. Religion teaches you to be delusional. You do not need religion, black community. World community, you do not need religion. You do not need something that destroyed so many of our ancestors that it is not even funny. You do not need something that is going to subjugate you and say that your righteousness is a filthy rag in this person's eyes. You do not need this. You need someone who is going to love you. You need someone who is going to accept you for the way that you are. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam do not accept you the way you are. They want you to change. In closing, YouTube community, please understand that I have done a great deal of research regarding those religions, as well as some of the other religions. I do believe that if we engage in critical thinking, the truly miraculous will occur. We have jets that outpace the sound barrier due to our study of science, not the Quran. We have life-saving vaccines thanks to our study of biology, not the Bible. And we have submarines that can resist tremendous ocean pressures thanks to our study of the alloys that can be achieved through chemistry and not the Torah. From the Mr. Winslaw Studios, peace.